Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2008 season. Want to find out what happened? You don't? Well, too bad. You're going to find out anyways. Unless you decide, I don't want to watch this video. Well, then, too bad for you. I was just eating some peanuts, by the way. January 8th, Goose Gossage and Dick Williams. Dick Williams was Goose Gossage's manager on the San Diego Padres. Well, they were both elected into the Hall of Fame. Dodgers 3, San Diego 3 in the first game played in China. Wukesung Stadium is in Beijing, is the site of the baseball for the 2008 Olympics. And that's where the Dodgers and Padres played. March 25th, Boston 6, Oakland 5 and 10 in the earliest start to the baseball season. Game is played in Tokyo. March 29th, on 50th anniversary of the Dodgers' first season in Los Angeles. Yeah, but by this time this is their 50 years already. Boston beats LA 7-4 at the Memorial Coliseum. They played that one game in Memorial Coliseum, and 115,300 people showed up to watch this game. March 30th, Washington 3, Atlanta 2 in the first game at National Stadium. April 9th, Ivan Rodriguez is the first catcher to 2,500 hits. April 22nd, John Smoltz is the 16th pitcher to 3,000 strikeouts. April 23rd, Chicago Cubs is the second team to reach 10,000 wins. May 9th, Kenny Rogers sets a record with his 92nd pickoff. Let's not confuse Kenny Rogers, the pitcher, with Kenny Rogers, the country singer. Okay? Okay. May 31st, Tony La Russa manages his 2000th game in a Cardinals uniform. June 9th, Ken Griffey Jr. hits his 600th home run. August 23rd, South Korea 3, Cuba 2 to win baseball gold at the 2008 Summer Olympics. September 8th, Gary Sheffield's second home run of the game that he's playing is Major League Baseball's 250,000th hitter home run. 250,000 home runs. Yikes. And it should be closer to 300,000 by now. I don't know. September 15th, Minnesota Twins and the Target Corporation announced that Target has naming rights to the new stadium to open in 2010. Speaking of the Twins, on September 30th, they lose 1-0 to Chicago White Sox in a one-game playoff for the AL Central. It marks the first time since 1906 that both the White Sox and the Cubs are in the postseason. Back in 1906, he finished first in the American League or National League. If you remember from a while ago, in the World Series, and the White Sox and the Cubs both finished first in the American League and National League. This is back when there was 8 teams in each league. Anyways, let's run down the standings. Tampa Bay wins their first ever American League Eastern Division title with a 97-65 record. Boston goes 95-67, 2 back, and takes the wild card. Yankees go 89-73, 8 back. Toronto goes 86-76, 11 back. Baltimore goes 68-93, 28.5 back. The aforementioned American League Central, in which Chicago goes 89-74, defeating Minnesota in the one-game playoff, who goes 88-75, 1 back. Cleveland goes 81-81, 7.5 back. Kansas City goes 75-87, 13.5 back. And Detroit goes 74-88, 14.5 back. Geez, I gotta learn how to add here. Los Angeles Angels, 100 wins and 62 losses. Takes the American League West. Texas goes 79-83, 21 games back. Oof. Oakland goes 75 and 86, 24 and a half back, and Seattle goes 61 and 101, 39 back. Ooh, the only real good team on a real crappy. It was a crappy division that year. Philadelphia takes the National League East, 92 and 70. New York Mets goes 89 and 73, 3 back. Florida goes 84 and 77, 7.5 back. Atlanta goes 72 and 90, 20 back. Washington goes 59 and 102, 32.5 back. Chicago Cubs go 97 and 64, taking the National League Central. Milwaukee goes 90 and 72, 7.5 back, and takes the wild card. Houston goes 86 and 75, 11 back. St. Louis goes 86 and 76, 11.5 back. Cincinnati goes 84 and 78, 23.5 back, and Pittsburgh goes 67 and 95, 30.5 back. Los Angeles Dodgers takes the National League West, but technically both LA teams, even though the Angels playing Anaheim. Dodgers go 84 and 78. Arizona goes 82 and 80, 2 back. Colorado goes 74 and 88, 10 back. San Francisco goes 72 and 90, 12 back. San Diego goes 63 and 91, 21 back. Season stats. Let's see. Joe Mauer of Minnesota, 328 average, led the American League. Miguel Cabrera of Detroit, 37 home runs, led the American League. Josh Hamilton of Texas, 130 RBIs, led the American League. Cliff Lee of Cleveland, 22 wins, tied for the Major League lead. But who with? I don't know, let's find out. Cliff Lee also had a 2.54 ERA, which led the American League. And A.J. Burnett of Toronto, 231 strikeouts, led the American League. Chipper Jones of Atlanta, 364 average, led the majors. Ryan Howard of Philadelphia, 48 home runs, led the majors, and had 146 RBIs, which led the majors. And Brandon Webb of Arizona, 22 wins, tied for the Major League lead with Cliff Lee. Johan Santana of the Mets, 2.53 ERA, led the majors. Yeah, that's how close it was. And Tim Lincecum of San Francisco, 265 strikeouts, led the majors. Guy looked like a kid then. Probably still looks like a kid now. Playoffs. You start with the American League Division Series. First series, Boston versus the Angels. Game 1 in LA, Anaheim. Boston 4, Angels 1. Game 2 in Anaheim, LA. Boston 7, Angels 5. Game 3 in Boston. Angels 5, Boston 4 in 12 innings. Game 4 in Boston. Boston 3, Angels 2. Boston's going to the American League Championship Series again. Chicago versus Tampa is the other American League Series, Division Series. Game 1 in Tampa, Tampa 6, Chicago 4. Game 2 in Tampa, Tampa 6, Chicago 2. Game 3 in Chicago, Chicago 5, Tampa 3. Game 4 in Chicago, Tampa 6, Chicago 2. So we got Boston versus Tampa Bay for the American League Championship Series. National League Division Series. Dodgers versus Cubs. Game 1 in Chicago, Dodgers 7, Cubs 2. Game 2 in Chicago, Dodgers 10, Chicago 3. Game 3 in LA, LA 3, Chicago 1. So Los Angeles is going to the Division Championship Series again. Again? Yeah, they're in there. Game 1 in Philly. Philadelphia 3, Milwaukee 1. Game 2 in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 5, Milwaukee 2. Game 3 in Milwaukee. Milwaukee 4, Philadelphia 1. And Game 4 in Milwaukee. Philadelphia 6, Milwaukee 2. So we got the Dodgers versus the Phillies in the National League Championship Series. Starting the American League. Game 1 in Tampa, Boston 2, Tampa nothing. Game 2 in Tampa, Tampa 9, Boston 8 and 11 innings. Game 3 in Boston, Tampa 9, Boston 1. Game 4 in Boston, Tampa 13, Boston 4. Ooh, looking good, right? Well, hang on. Game 5 in Boston, Boston 8, Tampa 7. Game 6 in Tampa, Boston 4, Tampa 2. Can the Red Sox come back from 3-1 down for the third time in 5 years? Game 7 in Tampa, Tampa 3, Boston 1. So no, they can't. So Tampa's going to their first ever World Series. Now who will they face? Well, Game 1 in Philadelphia, Phillies 3, Dodgers 2. Game 2 in Philadelphia, Phillies 8, Dodgers 5. Game 3 in Los Angeles, Dodgers 7, Phillies 2. Game 4 in LA, Phillies 7, LA 5. And Game 5 in LA, Phillies 5, LA 1. So it's Tampa Bay versus Philadelphia. Game 1's starts in Tampa Bay, Game 1. Philadelphia 3, Tampa Bay 2. Game 2 in Tampa, Tampa Bay 4, Philadelphia 2. Game 3 in Philadelphia, Philadelphia 5, Tampa Bay 4. By the way, the Tampa Bay went from Devil Rays to Rays, so they just dropped the Devil. Game 4 in Philadelphia, Philadelphia 10, Tampa 2. And Game 5 in Philadelphia, Phillies 4, Tampa Bay 3. Philadelphia Phillies have won their second ever World Series. 28 years after they won their first one. In Game 5, which the Phillies won, started on October 27th. Got about partway through it, and then it started raining and raining and raining, so they delayed the finish until the 29th. And that's when they finished the series. So, that's their 2008 season. Tomorrow, 2009. And who do we see in the final season of the 2000s? Well, stay tuned tomorrow and find out. Until then, stay tuned.